I saw the news, the comedian that the NDLE guy is been to go and arrest, So in my mind, I was like, man, this guy na drug dealer. I can't fear, say, man, for NDLE guys to go in house around that kind 12 midnight, which means they will see like 300 kilogram of marijuana on him. Only for me to see the picture, can't just see a tenner. They call it a tenner. A small, you just roll up maybe like 2 or 3 sticks. So I can't think how those NDLA guys they feel after that raid. We go carry that boy now with that small pinch of weed, go back to head office. Say, yes, we caught him. We have caught him. I'm supposed to get small shame now. People really carry weed. And I know them now. Why like embarrass people now? Why now? That we too bigger problems to worry about now. Come on, guys. And these boys, they need those things to the smoke. I don't read headlines recently. Headline for Nigeria, female person take cocaine. Where you go, you see person go just see headline. Person go just write say so person don't take 300 billion naira. You go smoke cocaine now to just normalize yourself. So you see all these things where these boys need to do is therapeutic. It's for their own sanity because the country is stress boys. You understand? Well, I let them. Get me wrong. I'm not supporting the use of marijuana. I don't do such. I would never do such a thing. But what I'm saying is that you guys are wasting taxpayers' money to go and arrest somebody with a small pinch of Igbo. You just waste my money now, so do you understand? I saw the news.
All right, so thanks for staying with us. Substance abuse is the medical term used to describe a pattern of using a substance as a drug that causes significant problem or distress. This may be missing work or school, using the substance in dangerous situations such as driving a car. It may lead to substance-related problems or continued substance use that interferes with relationships, family relationships, or substance abuse as recognized is recognized as a medical brain disorder and it refers to the abuse of illegal substances such as marijuana, heroin, cocaine, and methamphetamine. It may also be the abuse of illegal substance such as alcohol, nicotine, or prescription medicine. Alcohol is the most common legal drug that is being abused. Now, drug and substance abuse are generally considered illegal, but our concern for today's conversation is, should the quantity of drugs or such drugs determine its illegality, based on the video that you just watched by Basket Mouth. Please let us hear what you have to say. Remember, you can join the conversation. Send us an SMS or WhatsApp to 081-803-84663. Okay, so who am I going to come with first? So when I saw that video, remember I had taken a story this week of the comedian, I think the general, that was arrested by NDLE operatives. They went to his house at 12 midnight. And again, he went online and he did like a live video. Fast forward to later that day, we saw a mugshot of him with, I can't remember the number of the grammage of the tramadol and marijuana, right? So I can't remember the grammage.
14 and 15 grams.
Yes, gram. So I mean, when this video came out and Basketman was talking about, how can you waste taxpayers' money to go and arrest somebody that has that, you know where the big drug barons are. So the question, it just begs the question: should the quantity of drug, is drug not supposed to be drug, or should the quantity of drug determine whether it is illegal or it's legal? Because that's the conversation. Because in any case, I don't want to endorsing anything. People actually do drugs in this country. We cannot shy away from that. There are people that steady take marijuana. There are people that steady take, what do they call that thing? Loud. And all
Colorado.
of that. Whatever. So they actually do take it. It's not like they engage in selling drugs, but they are consumers of drugs. So if that is the case, if they can arrest this person, they can as well as arrest everybody. So we're asking, should there not be some form of allowance for quantity, that determines the illegality of it?
I would
it's
say,
a question.
I would say that there should be a sort of allowance, not for individuals that are taking it for the purpose of abusing the drugs, but for medical for medical reasons. Yes, they can take it for medical reasons, because sometimes some people actually take it for medical reasons to get relief.
What did you put medical inside her mouth? It was
no,
not medical.
That's what I was going to say, actually. Yes, because some people actually take it for health reasons, and I've heard, not seen, I've heard of people who actually take it because they must have had some sort of pain, and because the doctor actually recommended it to them. Yes. Yes.
Okay. So my question is simple. Is it illegal in Nigeria?
Yes,
it is.
It is.
End of discussion. So
drugs are legal.
No, it's illegal.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So narcotics are illegal. Drugs are illegal in Nigeria. As long as it's illegal, I don't understand how quantity comes into play. Now, if you want to take the line of the countries who have, so many countries
have adopted it,
have done different things. In some countries, it's not illegal. In some countries, it's decriminalized. So there are different ways. So when you say that, okay, it's not illegal, then maybe for personal consumption, there are thresholds with which you cannot consume more. There are medical benefits. There are glaucoma. There's a whole host of things where it's legal. Then there's a whole hemp industry that takes away the what's the word now? The psychotic part of it, the part that affects your mental state.
Yes.
And then you talk, and there's a whole industry of hemp products, the hemp oil, beard oil, all those things. So mine is simple. I don't know how we're discussing quantity in a country where it's illegal. So unless you're going to correct me and say
no, but is it not hypocrisy? It's OT.
No. Don't get to hypocrisy. There is black and white. If you wish to run around in the gray, I will leave you. But my question is simple, first of all. Is it legal? It's like I said, the example I gave today. If somebody comes right now and grabs you in this region,
it's illegal.
It's assault. Just like rape. You are now arguing degrees. It is wrong. So that's where I come from. So in the sense that, do people now do it? There are many things that are bribery and corruption. It's not legal, but people are doing it. If there was no corruption, if there was no bribery involved, why would I impersonate the FCC? So the fact that people are doing it, there are many things. People tell lies every day. People steal every day. People, I mean, if that's the measure, then let's go. But the thing for me is, if I come back to the source of this conversation, which is the video, I think that maybe he had a good point. Maybe. I don't think personally that he did. I think that it was not the right thing for him to do, given who he was as well.
Yes.
It's not a topic that you trivialize. It's not a topic that you put a light spin to. It is drugs. I love the quote that we have today. Interesting, if you know the name, if you know Kurt Cobain, he was an amazingly talented artist who transformed, in fact, he created a genre of rock at the age of 20. And by 27, he had taken his life because he struggled with drugs. One day, the man just took a gun and shot himself at the age of 27. So, you know, it's not something we can trivialize, particularly because young people are impressionable. Somebody like Basket Mouth is someone that people will listen to. So for you to use certain terminology, have that, I think the video was about a minute long, and then you get towards the end and go, well, you know, I wouldn't do it, but you know, don't waste taxpayers' money.
That's contradictory, though.
I mean,
that was very responsible of him. But let me hear Mama's thoughts.
I like the direction that Uti is coming from, because when you look at it, I mean, I was actually going to come from that quote from Kurt, where he says that it destroys everything. So I would not even, so the impact of taking drugs, we all know how severe it can be, right? there are different degrees of drugs. You know, there's the alcohol where people are not even paying attention how destructive it is. Then there's the cocaine and all the other substances that have different degrees. In fact, some time ago when we brought, we had a guest here who was even telling us about one particular one called crocodile.
Yes.
Where it could even eat flesh and people are so we already know the degree, the gravity of the impact of these things. So, and also the fact that it is illegal in Nigeria. I don't think it is a topic that is unclear with the realities of making it illegal or the degree of substance, because it's already ravaging society. We also shared where we were talking about young people in the southeast, Moromiri, literally taking a lot of our young people away, right? So, like you rightly said, someone of this level of personality coming out and trivializing that, I found that very distasteful. So, one second, I found that very distasteful because they leave aside the one that NDLE is doing, whether they are attempting to make it look, there's something my dad says, be seen to be trying, right? So let it be that they are seen to be trying to do their job, right? Using this young man as an example. However, the fact still remains that there's a problem of drug abuse. And the fact still remains that it's illegal in Nigeria. So whether it's received, I mean, in Asia, I believe
death sentence.
They don't even.
Dada is death.
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Death sentence. Most times they literally call us to come and take away our dead
cops,
Nigerians, basically. So it's something that we must take with every level of every level of importance. It is illegal and it shouldn't be encouraged. I put aside the fact that this man, this skit personality has been used as an example. I believe that if NDLE can even take it a step further to start moving to greater amounts, being able to get culprits who are even dealing with these things on a larger scale, so then it will make it more impactful.
So the thing is, I'm not trying to hold brief for anybody, but if you listen to Basket Mouth and the way he posed all the conversation that he was talking about with his body language, it tells you that this is commonplace amongst these
young
guys,
people.
Amongst young people. So,
young and old.
Young and old, my dear.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
Yeah, sure.
So for me, what I saw in that video is, you know, the common Nigerian thing. No be, you are owing me money. I say, Uti, pay me my 1,000 naira.
It's not
common
just
word, not just 1,000 naira.
But it's money.
The fact remains is that you are owing me 1,000 naira.
Exactly.
Whether it is 50 million or it is 5 naira, you are owing, pay the money. And this is the mindset that we carry along, that we excuse a lot of things.
Absolutely.
Right? So now we have gotten to where it is now that it's almost impossible for you to find young people that are not into drugs. I'm telling you, the fact that some of them go mental on the streets does not mean that, you know, the ones that are looking at you and they are calm and sane, it means that they're not doing drugs. Drugs is something that is a big deal in this country. I talked to a few people, they talk, a few raps. Even, we saw videos, last year, and pictures of brownies being laced with this thing, cookies being laced with. So who do you think are the people eating these things? It's human beings that are ordering it. You go to parties, the punch is laced with marijuana and all of that. So this is a standard right now. So is it possible that Basket Mouth is coming from that angle, that this thing is small fry compared to what the bigger picture is, which you should be focusing on targeting those people that are the dealers of the drugs? Is it possible that was the angle he was trying to push that video from?
It is possible.
It's possible, but I'm sorry, still unexcusable. There are many ways. That's the beauty of communication. There are many ways to pass your message along. He could have said, and I don't know what the intel or how they got to the point where such a supposedly small amount of drugs led to the arrest and the way it was publicized. Now, if you were to come out to say that and to not be seen as being misplaced in your in what you were trying to say. He could have said, my people, oh, things don't day outside, though. See this guy smarting, and they cash you. May they not cash you, may they not cash out for your hand. There are ways to say it, where you are not endorsing it, but you're passing your message along. Because I believe for him, what he was trying to say is, look, NDLEA guys, there are bigger fish out there. But the message also is to the young people that, look, if he can be caught with as tiny as 14 grams, if they catch you tomorrow, the quantity is not going to be an excuse. And then that way, there's a responsibility in your message that then tells us that, look, guys, it's serious out there now. NDLEA can catch you today and you'll be in trouble. And nobody will care whether it's 1 gram or 1,000. So that's where I'm coming from, that we always say, and I know that I'm one of those people that says, oh, celebrities are people too, but everybody has to take responsibility. So for him to come out and say it, like I said, he didn't, it was when he got to the end of the video that he says, oh, you're wasting taxpayers' money. I mean, no.
So let's go back to that taxpayers' money. Do you think it's actually a waste chasing after people that have 14 grams of tramadol and 15 grams of cannabis sativa?
Do you know we don't have enough information?
Yes, we don't.
We don't know how it came to be that he was arrested. I think I remember reading something else on the internet where they said they went to an estate and something, and then they followed some. There are various ways. It could be in the process of chasing the kingpin that they caught a small fry. You don't know. But the point is, it's like today telling somebody that, oh, police caught the man that stole a Maggie cube or stole something small, and we say, no, just leave him, you know, it's only that. Wait until he robs the bank. That's the same thing. So the fact is, were they doing their job? They didn't go after money. They went after drugs. That's what they're there to do.
Another angle Basketmouth also looked at it from was the angle of the fact that individuals or the young people are actually taking these drugs to actually feel sane,
relieve stress,
feel sane in a country as such as ours. But I still look at it from the perspective that you want to relieve your stress. There are different ways you can actually go about it. There are creative ways you can go about it. You don't have to take drugs to, you know, whatever small quantity it is for you to get sanity.
So on that note, I want us to come back to that point, but we'll need to go on a break, because I don't know why you would say that people are stealing 300 billion is stressing them, so they need something to how did he even put English?
To relieve themselves and relieve the stress.
Oga Basketmouth, this one, you go for. You know what? Let's take a break. We'll be right back. If you just tuned in, it's our ladies' night out, and we are discussing drug abuse. Should quantity determine its illegality? Now, please let us hear what you have to say. Remember, you can join the conversation. Send us an SMS or WhatsApp to 081-803-84663. So today, there's a bit of twist. Our phone line is now open, but we do not have the other line. So you're going to call on the WhatsApp number. So the number to call is 081-803-84663. Same number for the WhatsApp. Please, you can call in on that number just for today alone, please. Before they start to call another day, just for today, please. All right, so people say that Burna Boy, Whiskey, all these people, they openly smoke marijuana. I mean, Seun Kuti is not a news that he takes marijuana and all of that.
Yeah.
That if you want to, what is good for the goose is good for the
gander.
So that if you want to arrest, why not arrest across board?
The bigwigs.
Do you understand? Because for this same quantity that has been, I mean, this is not to trivialize anything.
Yeah.
Right? For this same quantity that has been put out there, people, normal people, have these same quantities in their homes. So are we saying that going forward, NDLEA should start to pursue, you know, both big, small, medium, you know, drug users?
It's going to be a huge one if they really want to do their job right.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there are also barricades along the line. So if it's just one person who is trying to make things right and every other person is in the caucus, so to speak, it's going to be difficult. It will require, and it's something that is going to take time. and determination. If we really want our nation to begin to produce the kind of results that we're looking for, we have to look inwards. What are our problems? Basketball mentioned the fact that young people are stressed. It's probably part of the economy. The environment that is created in our country is not making things easy for the young to thrive. So in the process, they are willing to do anything. Some will be willing to carry drugs. We have a call.
Yes, we do. Thank you for calling. Let's hear what you have to say. The youngest old man, I believe.
Yes, how are you? Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, it's a nice one. The topic is okay, but I have some kind of my view differs from all what is being discussed at the moment.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, you see, my problem is not about getting the individual, arresting the person, but being quick to start spelling out the name and posting it around the world. I thought Lagos had a law for that you don't, until when somebody has I think has gone through the court and sentenced, that is when you start doing stuff like that. That is one. Then two, in terms of drug is becoming the order of the day. A lot of people are on drugs these days negatively, and you can't even tell until when they go AWire. So I think they should be aware of the way the world is so serious about this COVID-19 whatever test and blah 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 blah. They should take that too on drugs. A lot of people that control the country, the order, the state, the local government are on drugs. You understand? So sometimes you see somebody acting somehow, and you be like, "Is this person really okay?" He's on something. So if we don't really have that satisfaction that this person is working with his senses, he should not even handle anything. Even though they are arresting them, some of them are on the same thing too.
You know, I understand that part. Thank you so much for your call. So, first of all, I am not holding brief for anybody today. NDLEA, you remember when they went into the young man's house to arrest him? Yeah. He went on Instagram Live. And it seemed like this is oppression, police are trying to oppress us and all of that. So that was why, I mean, if you read the story, the youngest old man, he admitted to owning those things. So that was why that mugshot, I believe, was taken and posted. Yeah. Because people were already accusing NDLEA of harassment and all of that. Yeah. I mean, the other guy, I took a tweet yesterday for Nasty Black that was saying that he was just being harassed and all of that, blah, blah, blah. But he was not in possession of anything. So he was going to file an official complaint and all of that. So there is that, that drama is still playing out amongst young people and security operatives, where it feels like if they are even trying to do their job, it seems like they are attacking us. So I believe maybe that was why it was quick for them to put out that picture there to see that we didn't just go because we wanted to go. We had an intel, and this is the result of the intel. I think, just to clarify that.
So, as I was saying, the general situation of the country, no doubt, is not making things easy for both young and old. However, I think it was Issy that mentioned that it's not enough excuse. It's not an excuse. It's not that you are not aware of the law does not mean that if they catch you doing something, they're not going to, it's not punishable. It's not a defense. You are going to be punished, right? So these are things that I think if even NDLE decides to do their job and do it head on, no restrictions to, this is untouchable and this and that, I think that might just be the beginning of some kind of reformation going on in Nigeria, because until we get to the root cause of the matter, it will only be like cutting off branches. Meanwhile, the situation is deep-rooted. Okay.
So if now, as I did like this, I carry, stop looking at me. I carry, what's it called? Maybe like a 0.5 quantity,
and you feel that.
Wait, now it's a question, because you know why I'm saying this, so that young people that are watching hear it well. Yes. Don't be saying, ignorance is not. It's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. So you are telling me that they have the right as NDLEA to arrest me, maybe one wrap of of marijuana?
As long as it's still
It's a question.
illegal
And
in
if
the
it's-
country,
if it's not, like I
they
said
have a
earlier,
right to arrest. Maybe the degree to which the punishment
judgment, okay.
might be reduced compared to somebody who has larger amounts.
Since
I
who
think someone has even taken.
But it's illegal. And
illegal.
it's punishable
Wait now,
by law.
Wait now. Since
But-
Uwa is trying to translate for the young people, let me try.
Help you.
See, they say everybody want to jackpa. When you are jackpine,
And then you do it illegally.
just sprinkle. I didn't say you should carry it. Sprinkle it on your clothes, shake it off, and then
And
go.
walk through. And the
Enter
dog sniffs
the
it.
plane and let the dog
That's
sniff
it.
it. Then you now know whether
You don't want
they
to
should
say,
or they
oh,
should
that
not.
you just walk through it.
She has brought the dimension. Don't ever try it.
Because see, in this, I still refer to that quote. It says it destroys.
No, we
Do
already
you know
know.
how many people who they may not even take it, but because you
No,
are
ma.
just in possession
See, let me tell you.
of
something.
it,
You know what? I had classmates in school. They say if they know smoke igbo,
they will not be
they
able
can't
to.
get inspiration. All
was
of
going
them,
to go
wait
there.
now, all of them graduated with 2-1. All the
Wow.
ones that used to smoke igbo.
Now-
Wait now, because
now
that
wetin
is
you
the
know?
that is the so that is what a lot of people that I know that take marijuana.
Word.
They always refer it back to it gives them inspiration. It gives them musicians do it. What's it called? Do it. They say it gives them inspiration. I've had one point. I will not mention the music producer, but he knows himself. He said it once in an interview that if your artist says they want Igbo, give them Igbo. Do you understand? So it is not. So it's not like this thing is far-fetched. We see it every day. It happens every day. So my point is, if you want to start arresting, start to arrest every single person.
No,
But we've also
No, start
seen.
to regulate.
No. So thank you.
Yeah.
Because what I was trying to say is, look, it's important for us, and I think I asked that question today when I said, are we talking drugs, are we talking cannabis? Because there is clear empirical data
Yes.
that, I mean, we're treating glaucoma, we're treating disease with cannabis. So it is not to say that the people that say they get inspiration, to each their own, you get inspiration from weed. The discussion is not about the what's it called now? Which drug is worse or which is which? Well, there is no distinction.
Drug is
On this
bad.
terra firma that you are all called the
It's
Federal Republic of
illegal.
Nigeria,
It's
it's
all
illegal.
illegal.
So, until the day when we begin to split it like other countries have done, like I said, some are decriminalized, some are illegal for certain purposes.
Like alcohol.
Then those
You know,
questions,
where they say drink responsibly.
then those questions can now come on the table and we can start to try to break it down. But this, in the place where we are today, is black and white. It's wrong. This
And
is
once
wrong.
you're caught, whether it's 1 pinch, whether it's 10 grams, whether it's 1 gram,
So put
it's
it-
illegal.
It's illegal.
And you're going. It's
How much do you want
there
them
is
to
nothing-
How much
and
do you
there
want to
is
use
no-
it to chop?
And there is nothing like too much of everything is bad. In this case, don't do it at all. It's as simple as that.
I wanted to refer to, your comment when you said that people were getting inspiration.
Yes.
Young people. I think also drug has been established that it affects the mind.
Yes.
And whatever the body or the mind gets used to, it becomes addicted to it. The same way addiction can happen across board. Your phone, you can get addicted to your phone. It gives you inspiration. Every time you check Instagram and you see all those reels and stuff that you're just pumped to be able to, and you're doing it for 5 hours,
dopamine is high.
10 hours.
Yeah.
Those things will affect you. Maybe not in the way drugs are. So coming back to drugs, they affect the mind, and people can take it. Do we have a call? Okay. They seem to be calling when I'm
Bishop, thank you for calling. Sorry for keeping you. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Thank you for calling.
Yeah, I've reduced the volume of my television.
Go ahead, please.
Drug addiction is a serious problem. It's a problem that does not only affect the psychic, it also affects the body. But we must not discount the fact that the NDLEA is a constituted body to fight drug addiction, both drug addiction and also dealing on drugs. But the point I want to make, the law of Nigeria if the substance, if the quantity is not commercial, you cannot prosecute such a person. Highest you can do is to send the person for rehab, for 6 months rehab. We all can agree that in Nigeria today, because of the dysfunction, the economic dysfunction, the youths, I can tell you that the majority of the youths today are either into Yahoo, or into one very sleazy way of survival. While our daughters and sisters, I'm talking of teenagers and people in their early 20s, are into subtle prostitution. The moral fabric of the country is very, very dysfunctional. And this has pushed the future leaders of this country into drug addiction. It's a sociological problem, not just a psychological problem alone. So I think that what this matter we are talking about right now, I think that the NDLEA is just playing to the gallery. The NDLEA should be able to handle this problem at base level. They have budget for sensitization, conscientization about drug addiction. They don't do it. They don't do it.
Thank you.
So you are just dealing with symptoms. You are not dealing with the.
I love what you said, Bishop.
The quantity of the drugs found with these people is not commercial quantity. So just going to attack those people is just superfluous to me.
Okay, so it means that
to write them about. There is a problem. The government, the Ministry of Health, the federal government, the state governments must do something about drug addiction. Because I can tell you today that about 60% of our youths are addicted. They are addicted, and because they are addicted, they are sick. They have to be helped. This is not a matter of prayer.
Thank you. You know, so two things Bishop mentioned. He mentioned the fact that commercial quantity is what would get you to prosecution level. So at this rate now, it's just for him to go to probably like a rehab center, 6 months, and he comes out. But there was something he mentioned again, that these people have a budget for sensitization. Because why are you not taking advantage of that? I remember one time when the road safety official arrested me, we're on our way from Kaduna to Lagos. I can't remember at what point, but it was that road, Kaduna to Lagos. And I told the guy, I said, which is more important to you? I think it was our fire extinguisher or something that was not in the car or something. I said, which is more important to you? Is it my safety or the fact that you want to collect this thing? I said, there are some things that you should let go based on just saying, educate me and a warning and you let go. But he was adamant on it. And this is what we see with law enforcement agencies. This is what they do. Because, okay, I'm happy that somebody has called now to say commercial quantity. So it means that this guy would not be prosecuted based on the quantity that was found with him, meaning that he's not a dealer, he's just a user. of drug. So why are we not sensitizing people? Because I can tell you for free, a lot of young people are doing drugs. It's not even alcohol alone.
Parties.
Forget alcohol. Alcohol already is a lost cause with young people. They are highly intoxicated all the time. We are talking about marijuana. I mean, go on the streets, just right outside here. They are always advertising until you want loud, you want loud. It's everywhere. People are taking cannabis, taking cocaine and all of that. Colorado. So what are we doing, to move more people out of that bracket, as opposed just being happy that they are being arrested and all of that?
Well, I think the culture of Nigeria again helps in that in that regard. Because we're not even, human life is not paramount in Nigeria. It's been established over time that the Nigerian is not being thought of about government. So I don't even think that government is something that government is going to be passionate about anytime soon. It will take probably private individuals to take on this mission, to be able to carry out I keep referring back to media, wide media campaigns, and these are things that people need to know constantly. Most of the time, I don't know, we see NTA, there's really nothing that you gain from some of those Nigerian channels because they don't have anything to offer.
They'll come after you. Let's take comments.
I want to also draw attention to the fact that it's not just about the young people. We also have the older people also
Who
indulging in this thing.
Drug abuse.
Me, I don't care about them.
Recall that Chidinma, the girl that was said to have killed the
the Super TV guy, the alleged
they were engaged in drugs.
Yes,
and
that they were high on drugs.
That's
yes.
the reason she was able to overpower him or use him.
You are right.
The way
you are so right.
did.
Yeah.
So look, it's not just about the younger ones.
No,
it's also the older ones.
Don't get me wrong.
Yes.
I know older people are neck deep into drugs, but you see, as I'm concerned right now, waiting concern us for ways is younger people. But let's take your comments.
Okay, should I go first?
Go ahead.
Okay. My comment is from Roselyn, and she says, ladies, remember, just a minute, please. Ladies, remember when you are caught in Malaysia with drugs, when you're caught in Malaysia with drug, is execution immediately. That's why I said Dada is death. I think you've seen that movie.
Yeah.
It's an old movie. They didn't even, the fact that the young man didn't even, wasn't the owner of the drug at the time, but it was found
Planted
on
in his
him.
bag. What's your comment?
And that was it.
So mine is from Yunus, and it says, when we're ready to be truthful, then the country can grow, but for now, let's continue deceiving ourselves. NDLEA knows where all the major drug dealers and users are, yet won't go after them because of the powers that be. Musicians do videos and Instagram stories taking drugs and all sorts, yet we are here talking about an individual. When we're ready to fix the country, speak the truth, the power, curtail the menace of drug use and abuse in our society, then we talk true, but for now we move.
So
true.
way forward.
So true. Way forward.
They said there's this particular spot in Mushin that even the police cannot go inside there.
We all know now. We all know.
Is it at Lagos Island? There's another place, So I mean, we just want to appeal to NDLEA because we ran out of time.
Yeah.
NDLEA, when you want to arrest, they are big fishes. I'm not trying to
They
justify.
seem to be doing your job.
I'm not just trying to justify basket mouth, what's it called, irresponsibility, or just blotting it out there to say, oh, allow them.
Quantity.
Drugs in any form, shape, or size or quantity is not acceptable because it just alters a lot of hormones in your system. But I'm saying to the NDLEA people, if you really want to solve the problem, go and get it from the root so that the source from where these people, it trickles down to the 12 gram and 12 milligram is curtailed.
The NDLEA Act, as far as I have seen, does not actually specify quantity.
Yeah,
it doesn't. So I'm not sure about the comment, but from what I have seen,
from the
it doesn't
caller,
specify quantity. But
it doesn't specify quantity.
So whether it's the
offences that are listed,
or
it just possession
grams,
does not
as long as
talk about quantity.
So it's just possession. Once they see you with it, it is.
If you can avoid drugs, please avoid it. It's crucial, and don't get addicted. That's the key thing to me. That's crucial.
You can't do drugs without getting addicted.
No.
On that
like
note,
I said, don't start.
Knowingly possesses is the phrase.
Thank you, Norma Fanga. Thank you, Isi. Thank you, Iti. All right, so please don't do drugs. I don't know how else to say this. It's actually not it at all. Don't do drugs. Let's be responsible, and let's be our brother's keeper. Don't be caught with drugs, because if you are caught, you'll be arrested, even if it is 0.001 gram. All right, so Penny Tree, in partnership with Waze, will be giving out 20 slots for people who sign up for their Pen Exclusive Associate Program. So after tomorrow, I'm going to stop announcing this. So just go and sign up between the ages of 18 to 35. Sign up and stand the chance to earn. You have to earn this money, 204,000. So it's over 200K. That's big money right now in January. So stand the chance to earn this money. So, all right, follow us at PlusTvAfrica. You can interact with us further, drop a comment, and more importantly, follow all our social media engagements, to help keep you abreast of what we are doing. Comment, invite your friends and family to also watch and follow the conversation. So if you missed today's quote, here it is again. Very sad story by the author. It says, drugs are a waste of time. They destroy your memory, your self-respect, and everything that goes along with your self-esteem. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 8 p.m. as we bring another great conversation to your screen. Enjoy.